Hello again, one last game here in the Wijk chess tournament 2011. And I don't know if it's the same in Dutch, but Wijk means we can see in Swedish. I guess it's the same in Dutch. We can see. So it's nice name, nice town, and nice chess tournament. Magnus is always doing great because it's always in the end of February after the holidays, Christmas and New Year's Eve, and then it's the chess tournament. And it's always, I never been to Wijk, but I always watch the broadcast, and they're always saying it's cold, it's windy, it's rainy, it's horrible. So you can only stay on the hotel and go to the playing hall and play chess. Perfect for chess players. Because I think someone like a superstar like Magnus, because of his fame, I guess if he would play in a major city, he would get invited to all kind of fun parties with the both sisters and such fun stuff. But in we can see it's just he has to sit in his hotel room and study openings, or he can go to Peter Nilsson's hotel room, his second, and study openings there after the games. Nothing else fun except that. And that's the perfect environment for professional chess. Magnus is playing a Chinese player. We haven't seen him before this first game of him. Wang from China. He got famous because he qualified to one of the candidate tournaments. I would say the candidates tournaments there was during COVID in maybe 2021. There was a famous candidate tournament that they played half the tournament and then they canceled it and played the rest later. And it was Wang played that one. He qualified for that one, and it went poorly for him there. He was one of the last players in that tournament. But just reaching the candidate tournaments, it means that you are a strong player. You can see here 27-41 is just a good rating for him. So let's see how Magnus. Here it goes against Magnus. And he plays the Caro-Kann. I don't think we have seen Magnus having white against the Caro-Kann. Not that I remember, at least. And he plays the advance variation. My trainer, I haven't shown that game, but my trainer when I was a kid was a Swedish player called Emil Hermansson, and he was second for Ivanchuk, and he was like an expert on this line in the Caro-Kann, and he had a lot of own analysis, and he actually defeated Carlsen with the black in Caro-Kann. Of course it was maybe 2001, maybe 2001 when he was already an international master, and Carlsen was maybe 2000, but still it's just nice scalp to have said I've defeated Magnus. And it was this line, Magnus white, and he was black in this line here. But of course now Magnus has gotten a much better. So Emil would have zero chance, of course, if he would play Magnus in 2011 that we are now. So Magnus plays an unusual system. The usual thing is just to start with this and castle and see what happens. So let's see what Magnus' plan is. Yeah, doesn't seem like Magnus have any special plans because he's doing these two moves, and I guess he will castle soon. Okay, so he had the chance here to when black plays this, then this square is not covered by the queen, so he loses bishop here. So maybe h6 would have been more for example, here, 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 and you can just retreat the good bishop here. So maybe that would have been better, but computer thinks it's fine to play like this also. C3. This is also probably like fine for black. This bishop is strong, but if you think this is like a French opening, then the bishop would be here and you would be delighted to trade it for a knight. So like if you compare to the French advance, this is still like a dream for black. But yeah, as I've said before, it's called the bad bishop, the white squared bishop. It's also the strong bishop that controls important squares, and it can be a common monster in some cases. So here, this is a little bit strange that he doesn't castle first. It looks like black maybe could have played like this and then given a check here. Okay, but the computer does thinks it's no problem that white can just play like that anyway. Yeah, okay. Looked more logical for white to castle and not allow that check. But it seems that maybe queen b6 is a problem here. Yeah, it's hard to defend everything here, so you have to go for the pawn sack, and maybe that this is maybe not for everyone, even if I think this is something that Magnus would be happy to play, because you can open with c4 later. Of course he will do this now, but yeah, still some play here for Magnus. Okay, so he played like this, and it's fine. This check, just king here. That's fine. It's just such a close position, so it's fine to play like this. Okay, rook c8 is fine. But yeah, the computer likes white. Thinks white has a clear advantage here. So it's the Russian saying, like, the worst bishop is better than the best knight. So the bishop pair gives an advantage here, even if the position is closed. Magnus decides to open on the queen side. I'm not so sure about this. If it's Oronimsevich, he was like, white should play on, like, he has to send his forward, like the front of the pawn chain here, so white should play on the king side, black has the front of his pawn chain here, black should play on the queen side, but it's just not so easy. But maybe a4 is playing a little bit on the wrong side of the board. But the computer thinks that white has a very good advantage, and of course sometimes it's hard to win if you just play on one side. You often need to play on both sides here. Knight g5. Yeah, obviously maybe the here and maybe take here. There is like an epic blitz game between Carlsen and Rapport. I think it's the French, but it's like an epic blitz game. I just played a few years ago. If you have seen it, it's also this game will become a bit like that game. It's such an extremely complicated advanced French variation. So he's going back here. I'm not so sure about it. This queen b8 looked wrong to me. And now like this kind of a sacrifice, because black's pieces are so bad, this is probably a real threat. So either he has to take or he has to go here with the knight. Computer thinks this is a bit better actually. Yeah, it's white clearly has the initiative. For example, what's about this one? Yeah, he threatens here, then he has to take it anyway. Yeah, white is clearly the better side here, but maybe knight f8 was better. Like now we see it was a clear mistake here, because now he just has to move the queen again, of course. and white does that one. So maybe this bishop check here wouldn't be so bad, because Magnus still played like he played g3 and the king here. So just that he did include a castle, but now the pieces are exactly like they would have been in that analyzed line. Okay, so this is a bit logical to try to put the knight here to block for the rooks. And he tries to open something that maybe black should try to do, but it's hard now. It's to maybe try to get the king to the queen side here, because so he's ready for when the position opens up. So here white is already winning, and he has a good tactical shot that he spots here, like he takes here. And the thing is that if he takes with the rook, the queen, obviously this is like winning for white. Like, yeah, his rook and pawn up, like it's a technically winning position here, like plus 3.8. Maybe even this is possible, yeah, but yeah, he doesn't like that so much. Something else is better, like maybe here or something, or actually here and get in the rook is what the computer likes. That's definitely the best one. It also covers black squares to try to get some kind of counterplay, so that looks correct. So basically black has to take here, but it looks like this check, and like if you go back, it's the same line as before, so he has to go here, and now white is winning by force here, like this, and that's a problem here. Doesn't look so. This is not such an easy, because even here, like it's not obvious, like, because if he checks here, black kings goes here, and he has to like check. But I guess let's see if it takes here. Apparently this is something that this is like a key move, because if takes, it's mate, of course, something like this. At least he wins the queen, but it's, yeah, you can see it's mate also. So yeah, and then if he doesn't do anything, of course check, and then mate. So even he tried rook f8, but still this here is winning. He yeah, can't do anything here because the knights are so badly placed here. Nice aggressive win by Magnus, and he must have seen this finesse here, bishop f6, like from quite far away, because he must have seen that, yeah, already here he must have seen that this wins by force. So it's 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 6 moves. It's okay for a Grandmaster. Maybe 6 moves is not so far to see, but yeah, for me it would have been a little bit of a challenge to see that this is winning. But yeah, he's Magnus after all. Okay, next tournament. So we looked at the Tata Steel tournament. Let's just recap here. Hikaru Nakamura, his best tournament to this time, probably won 9 out of 13. Anand second, and then Carlsen and Aronian number 2. Next tournament, I'm not covering these rapid tournaments, so I'm always skipping those. Next tournament seems to be the Basna Kings tournament. Let's see what that is. It's a tournament where he shared first play with Sergei Karyakin, and I don't really know where it's located, but famous players here: Karyakin, Carlsen, Nakamura, Nisepiano, and Ivanchuk and Radjabov, and they apparently played everyone both with white and black. So I will what I will do is I will look at all the Carlsen's games, and I will like see which ones are the most interesting ones, and I will copy them to the leashes and then look at them in next video. So see you then.